What are you guys up to?
Nothing. Actually, I have been going down this rabbit hole of how facial recognition works.
In order to understand that, we have to talk about matrices and eigenfaces. It sounds complicated, but it's actually really simple.
Yeah, think of it like this. Data. Your face is just data to a computer. Pixels and numbers. So if your face is a picture, it can be flattened into a list of values, which is a vector.
Wait, flatten it? Like squish the image?
Kind of. Imagine your face is a grid of numbers. You take that grid and you form it into one long line of numbers, and now your face is just a vector.
Okay, and then what?
Then, if you take a bunch of pictures of you, smiling, frowning, your head tilted, whatever, then you have a whole data set of just you. And that's where the math comes in.
Right. The phone looks at all of those face vectors and figures out the differences between them and sees what changes from one photo to another.
So like when I smile or raise an eyebrow or something.
Exactly. These little differences become patterns, and that's where eigenfaces come in. The computer uses something called principal component analysis to find the main patterns between the images.
You can think of PCA like trying to boil down all the facial variations into a few important ingredients. These ingredients are the eigenfaces.
So they're not actual faces?
Nope, they're kind of like ghostly impressions of face features. One might capture eyebrows going up, another might capture mouth shape, or you might even capture lighting from the left.
Yeah, they're not what you'd recognize as a person's face, but they describe how the pixels tend to shift from image to image.
Okay, but how does that help me unlock my phone?
So here's the trick. Once the system knows the main eigenface, it can tell how much of each eigenface is in each certain image. Like if it has 40% in eigenface 1, or 20% of eigenface 2, etc.
It's like turning your face into a recipe, a mix of known ingredients that's unique only to you.
So instead of storing my whole face, it just stores the recipe. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Exactly. So when you try to unlock your phone, it checks, does this new face match the same recipe? If yes, it's you. If not, denied.
That's actually super smart. So like, would somebody else's face have a different recipe than mine?
Totally. Even if they kind of look like you, the numbers won't match up close enough. The projection, that's what it's called, will be off.
Wait. You said projection. Is that what happens when my face gets compared to the eigenfaces?
Yeah, imagine eigenfaces are like directions in space, and your face is a point. Projection means figuring out how far you go in each direction to reach your face, like coordinates.
Yeah, the wild thing is you only need a small number of eigenfaces to accurately describe most of the face, so it's pretty efficient.
So that's why it works even if I just woke up or have completely different lighting.
Exactly. As long as your face stays within the patterns the system learned, it still recognizes you. That's why they train it on a bunch of your own face images.
Oh, so the training process. That's like when I set up Face ID or whatever.
Yeah, when you slowly rotate your face in a circle, that's it taking multiple samples of you. It then builds the eigenface values off that sample.
And if someone else tries to unlock the phone?
Their face won't match the projections. Different recipe, phone stays locked.
Okay, that's actually super dope. So it's not magic, it's just linear algebra and a bunch of face math.
Exactly.
Boom! That's it.
We've converted you. Welcome to the Matrix.